What's up, YouTube? I'm drinking this, looks like something from Star Trek, right? It's blue, some Kool-Aid and some ice, um, grapefruit, squeeze a fresh grapefruit in it, and a little splash of Irish whiskey. It's okay. It's almost 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Nothing wrong with having a drink, but stay hydrated. Anyways, bottom line, it's been 4 weeks at UPS. Package handler. Got hired maybe 6 weeks ago, because then they give you an orientation date, and you got to go online and do the whole thing. I'm watching The Last Dance, Michael Jordan. I'll try to turn it down. I recommend it, by the way. The Last Dance, Michael Jordan, or the Bulls, Chicago Bulls. Good program. Bottom line, it's been 1 month since I got hired, since I started at UPS in La Mirada. UPS as a whole is a great company, great benefits. I talk about that all the time: the medical, the dental, the vision, 401k. They have that. Also, there is you get sick days. I don't know, paid sick days. I think you get 5 a year. So if you call up sick, you're still getting paid, but you got to accrue enough sick time to do that, and it takes about a year to accrue that. So right now I don't have that much. You accrue time, vacation, sick time, and seniority. Those are the 3 things you accrue on your paychecks. So vacation, sick time, and seniority is a weekly accruing thing, and you'll notice it on your paycheck stub. Since we get paid every week, look at your paycheck stub. If you get a paycheck stub, if you don't get a paycheck stub, you still get an electronic paycheck stub. Meaning, if you opt for direct deposit, or they have a debit card that UPS can issue you, a Visa debit card, and they can deposit your check onto that. To get a hard check, you can get one, but it's not recommended, because then you got to wait. Supervisors got to bring it to you, or they have to mail it to you. So it is more recommended to get your direct deposit to your bank or credit union of choice. I use a credit union. I prefer a credit union. That's just me. That's a whole other topic with finances. Whatever you choose, banks or credit unions, whatever. I worked the last 2 weeks. I worked Metro. The first 2 weeks I worked on the regular receiving side, where you are unloading trailers, 53-foot trailers and Wallies. The Wallies are about half that size. The Wallies are like 28 feet, something like that, 27, 28 feet. But the big 18-wheeler trailers are 53 feet, and so if you get a couple of those, you'll probably do 2 big trailers and then 1 Wally, because you get a 10-minute break within a 4-hour shift. Because they estimate about an hour to an hour and 20 minutes to do 1 53-foot trailer. So you do the math: 2 of those plus a Wally, or you get 5 Wallies or 4 Wallies. So I was knocking those out. My packages per hour were pretty good. They were pretty high, in the 800 range. I was working safely. They evaluate you every week when you're new. So every week a supervisor is going to come into your trailer, pull you aside for like 8 minutes, 7 minutes, and go, I got to go over some stuff. Are you doing this? This is what we observed. What do you think? Are you hanging in there? Are you hydrating? I can see you're wearing comfortable clothing, or you're not. You need to do that. I always wear comfortable clothing. You can wear shorts, athletics shorts. Here's the thing. When you work as a package handler at UPS, you are what I refer to, or I call, an industrial athlete. If you are a professional athlete or a semi-professional athlete, or you play high school sports or college sports or an Olympic sport or whatever you do, athletics involves muscles, it involves stretching, it involves hydrating, it involves a mental focus, it involves preparing for the game physically and mentally, spiritually. Drinking water, drinking Gatorade, hydrating your body, taking vitamins, wearing protective gear. In football, you gotta wear helmets and stuff like that. Boxers gotta wear mouthpiece, cleats, So you have athletic type gear. If you're gonna play a flag football league, you're gonna wear shorts and t-shirts, and you're gonna have talcum powder and socks and running shoes. You're gonna properly dress for that event, that sporting event, and you're only gonna play for an hour and 20 minutes. Well, at UPS, you're there for 4.5 to 5 hours, sweating like a pig the entire time, like in a sauna. You're like in a dog, and when you're in the trailer, it's like being in a sauna for 4.5 to 5 hours. Work, work, work. When you're doing that, you're being physical. You're lifting heavy boxes. Sometimes they're heavy, sometimes they're not heavy. Depends. Sometimes you get a 53-foot trailer and it's a breeze because all the boxes are light. And you can breeze through it in about 45 to an hour. Sometimes you get a trailer that's all heavy, and they're talking about you got to knock that out in an hour. It's going to take you an hour and 15 to an hour and 20 because it's all heavy stuff. So they're not gonna sweat you too hard, but they give you a guide. Oh yeah, this should take you an hour and 20 minutes. Oh yeah, well you get in here and take 80-pound, 90-pound boxes that are full to the top all the way back with shrink wrap and pallets, because you got to move the pallets. Once you finish a pallet, you set the pallet up against the wall. You got to take the shrink wrap off. Sometimes you have a knife, sometimes you don't, because you can't bring a knife into the facility because there's metal detectors, and you can't leave the facility with a knife. They will have to provide you with a knife, and if they don't, then you're pulling at the shrink wrap to get that stuff off of the crates, which takes time. Then you move the belt. And then when you move the belt, then you take the packages and put them on the belt. That's unloading in a nutshell. Moving packages from the pallet to the belt as they go up the conveyor system to get sorted. And you are doing that as quickly and as efficiently and as safely as you possibly can for 4.5 hours. That's a package handler at UPS. So I've done that now for a month. That first 30 days, you determine yourself, is this for me? You say to yourself, is this for me? Is this a career for me? Is this a job for me? Can I do this? They're also looking at you going, is this person capable of doing this? They're evaluating you. They're seeing if you're working safely. They don't want you to get hurt. So they're watching your techniques. They have cameras on you when you're inside the trailers. There's cameras on you. Watching how you lift. Watching all your safety stuff, your procedures. Are you catching the hazardous material stuff and pulling it off the line? Notifying supervisors, because that's what you have to do when you find hazardous materials. If there's something that's leaking, stop. Tell the supervisor that package is leaking and it's a hazmat. I'm not working until that gets taken care of. Then they fix it, and then you move forward and keep going. They'll probably send you to another trailer until they correct the problem, or they'll come get it and then they'll let you keep working in that trailer. They have a manifest, so they kind of know what to expect on the trailer. They know if there's hazmat based upon the manifest. So the first week you don't get paid because they hold that check over. So you get that first week's pay, which is the training week, the following week. So you get your first check on Thursday of the second week. That first check for me was about $200. It was 198 and something, 198.70. Because we got off early a bunch of times. The second check after that was $325 because I was working in the hub and I stayed over a little bit, just regular hours. So you can expect to average about $300 a week. The third week, my check was $210 or $215, but I had gotten allowed to leave early on a Friday. They're like, "Hey, who wants to go home?" I had been there an hour. Clocked in at 6. They let me go at 7. So the next week, my check was 3-4 hours less. I got $210, $211, something like that. But it's because I left early, and I still got over $200. But you're gonna always get between, so to be realistic, $200 to $300. Don't expect much more than $300 a week. My biggest check so far has been $325. And I was working 5 hours. I did 5 hours a day, 5 days a week. After taxes and blah, 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 it was $325 take home. You can have that check sent to your bank. Like I said, you can do it yourself. You get a portal as a UPS employee. You have a UPS login number. If you don't know it, take a picture of it. They're going to give you a time card that says UPS. You swipe in, but your ID also gets you in the building. So your UPS ID, you beep that to get in the building, and then you use a time card to swipe in. They're trying to streamline that to make everything just the ID. I don't know. We'll see. There's also buzz around the air that there are going to be some raises. For sure, right now, the package handlers in Southern California start at $14.50 an hour. For sure, that's going to go up to $15 an hour, which is 50 cents more an hour. I'll take it, whatever. But there is buzz that we're going to get like a significant raise, like about $2 to $3 more than to cover cost of living and whatever. So potentially UPS may start hiring people at $16.50 an hour or $17 an hour for a package handler. I'm looking for that. I'm looking forward to that. I hope it happens. I've heard that it's going to happen. Supervisors don't know. They don't know. But when you look on the internet and do research on YouTube, you're going to see a lot of people are getting paid $18 an hour, $17.50 an hour, depending on what state. California being a high cost of living, I'm thinking that we're going to get a decent raise. So that's just food for thought. Even if it doesn't happen, take the job. Because in 9 months, your medical, dental, and vision kicks in. As a part-timer, you're getting full-time medical, dental, and vision, 100% coverage. No copay. That's big. Look into medical and dental if you're not familiar with how that works. It's expensive. Medical insurance in the United States is expensive. If you don't have a good company that covers all that, it's difficult. If you have kids, if you're married, even for yourself, go to the dentist. You have a cavity or you just need a teeth cleaning. You need an MRI for your knee. You injured your knee playing football. You need that to be covered. So you are covered through UPS. Teamsters, you're a union employee. You have union rights. They can't violate your rights. You need a break. You're going to get a break. They can't deny you the break. Raises, you're going to get a raise. They can't deny you the raise. The ability to promote. Seniority. If there's a driver's position available and you want it, and you're more senior to this guy and he wants it, they're going to offer it to you first because you're more senior. You've been there a year. That guy's been there 8 months. Guess what? You get first shot at that job. From what I understand, when you become a driver, the package drivers, the delivery drivers for the packages, you're going to start at $27 an hour, which is good. They top off at $39 an hour, which is great. Tons of overtime, which is also great. You're going to work 11 or 12 hours a day on the average. Make 200 to 230 stops is the average. But the probationary period of a driver, meaning no accidents, no DUIs, nothing crazy, no safety issues, it's like 3 years. You have to be pristine on your driving for 3 years. Otherwise, they can send you back to being a package handler for whatever the pay rate is. But if you say you pass your driver's probation, which is 3 years, 3 years, something like that, then if there's a hiccup, people have hiccups, it's life. You're still a driver. You just have to deal with whatever the hiccup is, whatever. Stuff happens, right? They know that. But if you've been a good driver for 3 years and then all of a sudden you get into a fender bender, you're okay. You're not going to have to go back to the package handling. I'm a package handler and I don't mind it at all. I like it actually. It's cool. It's a good workout. I've lost weight. Can't tell because I got my shirt on and all this other stuff. But I can see it in my face. I've lost maybe 6 pounds. I can't gauge because I don't get on the scale every week. But I've lost some weight. I can just see it in my face. The first place I see weight loss for me is my face. After that, then it's everywhere else. And lastly, it's my gut, which is also flattening out. All right, so that's how it's been for 30 days. I've been there at La Mirada. I like it. I'm a package handler, and I've been working Metro, which is the last couple weeks. I'm unloading the brown package trucks. I like it. It's fun. We have a good time. And there's like a crew of 3 over there, whereas I was used to working with a crew of like 7 or 8. Now there's only 3 of us, so we got to bust it out. 3 guys doing all the work, humping, like seriously working. And we work together as a tight little unit, like a fire team, and we get it done. And I like that. And there's a supervisor. There's a supervisor, sometimes 2, and then the 3 of us. But the supervisors are just checking the line. We're doing the work. And we got to kick ass, do our shit, and no excuses. Just get in there and get after it. As soon as you get it done, as soon as you go home. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know. Holler at me. Questions, I'll answer them. Comment, please do. Subscribe, please do. Share, please do. Much love to you guys. Let me know about your UPS journey. Some of you guys have commented. I appreciate that, and I always respond to you guys. And man, welcome to the team. Some of you guys just started. Some of you guys just got hired. Welcome to UPS. Go Brown. It's all about that Brown life, man. All right, so go Dodgers. Go UPS. Leave comments. Thank you for watching. I'm at home. It's Saturday. I'm off. That's another beautiful thing. Weekends off. Staff Sergeant Calhoun from an undisclosed location. I don't want to talk about that. Late.